This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain shocking revelations, violence, and sexual themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is entitled Ogafjord. It was written by Calen, who is also the Keeper of Arcane Lore, and this is episode 2. Our recap will be given by me as my character, Detective Halvar Hagen. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Well, as a detective in a small rural fishing village of Ogafjord on the St. Lawrence, you'd think that I would have very little to do. But in just the last week, I've been roped into 2 homicides and a greater mystery concerning the town and the influence of a pioneer family established in the 1700s and their rotting castle on the hill. I just finished my work on the Jensen case, a murder-suicide, when I was approached by Mr. Leif Gunderson, who wanted to hire me to look into the murder of his brother Eric down at the river docks. The prime suspect, according to witnesses, was a Mr. Richard Westerson, an employee of Gold's Fishery. Turns out that he had already been arrested on some other charge, so I headed over to the local lockup, and I spoke with officers Trussell and Cutlip about the situation. Mr. Westerson had not been formally charged, so we called our one witness to identify him for a lineup. Amazingly, Westerson almost immediately incriminated himself, seemed rather flippant about killing a man. He wanted to speak with Mr. Gunderson about his brother. In that meeting, he signed a full confession without giving us any trouble. But then he started talking the kind of nonsense that only a shrink could unravel. Said there was a little man, like a leprechaun, telling people to misbehave. The officers told me that the whole town was going bananas. The violence had gotten ridiculous. They had just come from a gang of townsmen beating the shit out of one another and laughing all the way. The station was buzzing like I've never seen it before. Then we met Mr. Madison Derry in the lobby, and he's reporting an axe-wielding maniac attacking people up at Koenig Castle. And just when we think it can't get no worse, comes the gunfire from the back. The chief has lost his marbles and was firing into the lockup. Trussell and Cutlip attempted to wrestle the chief to the ground, while I'm protecting Gunderson and Derry. Trussell posits a theory that there might be something in the water, which actually makes a lot of sense considering. In questioning, it comes out that we've all been set on edge by strange dreams and nightmares. You know, until that moment, I had forgotten, but I too was having disturbing dreams. We armed ourselves and headed up to Koenig Castle, searching for a Mr. Jerry Lundberg, who, the so-called axe-wielding maniac. Having arrived, we called out and were greeted by a malformed fellow named Tug, who claimed to be the groundskeeper. He was not any help, having seen nothing. We followed a blood trail to the barn, only to discover all the animals were dead. But something happened. Something goddamned weird. Okay, maybe there were fumes or something, but I swear I heard the animals before I opened the door. But they were all dead, mutilated. Then I was nearly knocked flat by a horse that ran out of the barn. Only there wasn't a horse. I don't know. So we went inside Koenig Castle. And as we went in, I swear to you that these strange foreign letters written above the door started glowing red. Creepiest thing I've ever seen so far. Inside of the castle, it was like a Halloween nightmare, Castle Dracula, with torches instead of decent lighting. So now we're going to light a fire to stave off the chill. But personally, I think all the glowing fires and all the hearths of New England couldn't make this place any less creepy.
Right. Your lighter takes to the torch. It flashes right in front of all you guys. You're in this dank, musty smelling castle. There's cobwebs everywhere. It's cold. The ceiling is high above you. There's steps up onto a foyer right ahead and wings to the left and right.
Kind of crazy, eccentric builds a place like this. This doesn't look like 1700s. This looks like 1200s.
The documents regarding the place are archaic, to say the least. And family was more than eccentric. And I don't know if they brought some of this over from the old world. I don't know who could build a place like this.
I don't know. Look at the size of that fireplace. Let's see if we can get something going in there.
Yeah, I'd like to move room to room and light a fire in each place so that we don't freeze, so that we can continue to work when if the sun's probably pretty low.
All right. So the first fireplace will be up the stairs. And you'll notice it pretty soon on to the right. Once you go up the stairs, there's another left and right. And yeah, there's some broken furniture, looks like tables and chairs. Yeah, old rotting wood. But the fireplace, it's a little wet, but it's workable. It'll take some time to get it going.
Is anything
Besides
in the house
this,
covered up, or is it just out?
yeah, it's just out. I mean, yeah, it looks like people haven't really been through here in years. But so you went up one set of stairs and took a right to get to this fireplace. Further forward, there's more stairs that, like, it seems like the grand entryway, right? But just the natural progression of the place. And the next set of stairs is blocked by rubble, where there's been a partial collapse and there's big boulders, cobblestones piled up.
That doesn't look safe.
I'm guessing that old Olaf, living here alone for so long, only occupied a little bit of the place.
Yeah. I don't know how decrepit he was if he went up and down the stairs. Maybe he just stayed on the bottom floor or the top floor.
Well, so you're not even up to the second floor. These staircases have just been sets of like 6. It's
Right.
And very wide. You're not going through like normal hallways, staircases like you're used to. It's just like it's all for show. This place was probably beautiful back in the day.
The rubble in this passage is long settled and dusty. It didn't collapse since he died.
Yeah, it's been here for a while.
And he was, even though he has that weird manservant to cut lumber for him, he's just breaking up furniture in the house. He was to burn. And this is a really advanced state of mental decay, I would guess.
Yeah. Well, so tending to this hearth, the detective was kind of taking initiative on that, trying to get a fire burning, right? A bigger one. I think survival would be appropriate.
Okay.
I'm not Like a fail would just mean a matter of time. It's still possible.
Right. And we don't have to use the tinder that was left. I've got a lighter. It's
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, we're having a little trouble getting it going.
yeah,
I guess the wood itself is probably a little damp.
yeah. So it's taking him a few minutes. What's everyone else doing?
I'm looking at the walls and like the decor. Is there any artwork or anything on the walls or anything, the
There's
remaining furniture decor?
there's some artwork that is like stained and ruined. I the most notable thing I should have mentioned earlier on those wings that went outwards was some like sets of armor. Not quite like full plate medieval stuff that you're used to, but yeah, axes, chainmail, stuff like that. Um
If
and
the axes are
as
hung on the wall like this, are there any of them missing? So we have an axe wielding maniac.
no, Madison had discovered it was a fire cutting axe outside.
Uh,
It wasn't one of these battle axes. And yeah, as far as like just obvious things, this room might have been a dining hall, something with the hearth and the tables. On the other side of the that first staircase you guys went up is a large library.
Okay.
And yeah, there's these rooms are pretty big and you're in the dark, but you can tell that there's ways to go out of both of them.
if there's more of those pitch torches in sconces, I'll just sort of light everything up because it'll
Yeah.
help against the damp. I think the ceilings are high against the soot, and I don't know whether, you know, Jerry is still feeling bloodthirsty, but I would like as much advance notice as I can get. So I'm just gonna, yeah, make my way along.
All right, great. So there's yeah, there's plenty of torches to spare, and some of the sconces still have torches ready where you just need to hold one up and it catches pretty easy. So that's a big help along with getting the hearth going. Um Roy and Kirk, what are you guys doing? Just kind of sticking
think
together?
I think that I would like to be kind of securing, trying to do my best to keep the room secure. Just looking, kind of like peeking out the exits and stuff. Keeping my eyes peeled, holding one of the torches maybe, and with my handgun in the other hand.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up a tip that Madison had stated about Olaf living in small area of the house. So I'm kind of nosing around to see if I can tell this room was more used more recently in another room. That's kind of what I'm trying to do.
dust trails
Yeah.
going back and forth.
Well, I know Kirk had a lot of track, right?
Yeah.
Roy, do you? It's
I have base.
well, how about
I
how
do.
about you?
I have some
Oh,
tracks.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Leaf and Kirk give me track, and Roy just give me a spot hidden.
Okay.
If I notice people kind of looking around for tracks in the dirt, I would join in.
Yeah.
That's a regular pass for me.
No pass for me.
That's a 96.
All right.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, so you guys are just getting the feel of the place, trying to light is the most important step, obviously. So you're just trying to be able to see. And right around the time that hearth catches for Halver and the whole room lights up, Roy sees a person sitting in a chair facing a corner at the far end of this room.
I'm gonna pull my revolver and aim. And is the person facing me or facing away from me?
They're sitting in a chair like facing the corner.
Okay. I'm going to kind of approach the position, and I want to stay 6 feet. Get to 6 feet.
Yeah.
And say, excuse me,
Sure.
police.
Yeah. And so Leaf and Kirk, we'll say that that's kind of what distracted you guys away is you saw him go into action and you creep up on this guy, and when you say that, he jerks a little bit and there's just some mumbling and his head is bobbing, and he looks unwell. Something's going on.
Is there an axe lying on the floor or propped up against the chair?
So yeah, getting close, and Roy, you have a torch, right? You're getting closer and lighting him up. There is an axe across his lap, and you can see some blood stains on his clothes.
Okay. I'll turn to the folks behind me and kind of motion you to approach.
I've got my bolt action ready,
Okay.
and I'm kind of creeping up behind.
Yeah, and
Yeah, Madison, you do recognize it is Jerry.
I'll holster my gun and sort of make a motion kind of in a axe and point to his front.
Take out I'll hold my gun up and have my other hand on my cuffs
I'm
and approach.
I'm going to move a little closer, and then I'm going to make a very fast motion and grab the axe by the handle and yank it away.
All right. I think I want to sleight of hand for that. And as you're getting close, yeah, he's facing away, he's bobbing his head, just
Wait a minute.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Really?
Mm.
Well, if I spent 90 points, I could think.
Well, so you grab it and you pull, and he jerks to alertness and just grabs on and holds against you. And just what? Who are you? What's going on?
Mr. Lundman, you need to
It's
surrender.
Jerry, we followed you in here. How are you
God.
feeling?
He lets go of the axe and just what? My God, where am I? What's happening?
You're in the old Koenig castle. You seem to have had some kind of
The building
episode.
inspection. Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Do you remember what you did with the axe?
So he looks at it and notices the blood on himself, and there's just total horror on his face. And he just says, "No, that was a dream. That was just a nightmare. I've been having lots of nightmares. My God, and he like kind of curls up and starts sobbing."
I'm gonna move forward with my handcuffs, and slap him on him.
Yeah,
So,
no resistance.
Jerry, you're not alone. Something seems to have been poisoning the town.
Oh God, it's
So,
who did I hurt? What's happening?
you came here with Vincent Grand?
Oh no, Vince is.
He's alive,
Oh, thank God.
but not intact.
Oh, there's something about this place. I don't like it.
Did you
I'm
meet
freaking out.
Did you meet a little fellow named Tug when you came here?
I don't think so. No, not Tug. There's the little guy. I don't know his name. Just dancing and singing and makes me want to fight people.
Well, that seems to be the explanation.
Tell us about him. What does he look like? Where did he come from?
It's I mean, you hear people talking about like when they take too much morphine, they have like those weird dreams and imagine stuff. But I've never had any I drink sometimes, but it's tiny guy with braided beard and a mohawk. It just, I don't know. He just tells me to do things and I feel like I have to.
Roy, what are we supposed to do with this guy? Do we have room at the station?
I
Is it
mean, I
worth
think we
bringing him
can we can try. Um, to be fair, he seems more lucid than most of the folks we got back there.
That's true.
Yeah. And you can see that like he's pale, like drenched in sweat. He's been here for a whole day.
Did you drink any water?
Well, not here, no. I don't know. Like I haven't had anything since I got here. I could swear it was a dream. Like there was like a hedge maze I was lost in. I felt like I was just going through there forever. And then yeah, the little man came.
What makes you want to do what the little man says?
I can't explain it. I don't know. It's like it feels like they're my thoughts. It's disgusting stuff. I don't know. Have you ever had a dream where you're doing something bad?
Not where I attacked somebody with an axe.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, thought it was
So
a
you're saying
nightmare.
if it felt like a dream there. Huh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my mother did once attack my father when she was having a nightmare. Isn't there supposed to be some sort of mechanism in your body that keeps you from acting out your physical dreams?
Doesn't work on sleepwalkers.
Yeah, somnambulism
If everyone is sleepwalking.
and having violent nightmares.
Uh, They were not asleep.
Yeah,
Those guys fighting on the street.
No.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, we got essentially what we came here looking for was this man. Should we continue to explore this castle and see
well,
if we can find this little man?
I definitely want a little more. Didn't he say there's a beast locked up in the basement?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see that. Maybe we should call animal control for whatever the hell that is.
Did he
Well,
say beast or something else?
an animal that needs feeding, or I
Where
don't know what.
where was the last time you saw the little man?
In the hedge maze is what I remember. It's it was crazy. Like the place felt like it was twisting around me and like where the turns I needed to take were going further away. It didn't make any sense.
And you don't remember using the axe on anyone?
It's like remembering a dream. It's terrible.
In your dream, did you attack the animals?
No.
Because all the animals
Oh,
outside have been slaughtered.
oh God.
I thought they died of neglect, but
Yeah, I think they died of
Oh, that's right.
starvation.
I don't know. Shouldn't you guys take him down to the precinct house?
He might be safer with us, honestly, until
well,
we figure out what's going on with the
You
town.
could cuff him here, cuff him to something, and
I can't
can
stay in
continue.
this castle. You gotta let me out of here.
You could put him out in the car.
We could
awfully
do that.
cold in the car. Leave him in a chair by the fire. He'll be better off if we're going to stash him. It's true that there were those There was the violence at the police station, so that's not necessarily a safe place. Did the little
I
man tell you anything about you? So you're not the only person who has talked about a little man. What, but we don't know what it is or where it comes from. What do you know about it? What did it say?
He just talked about. I mean, it's terrible, gruesome, like barbaric stuff. Just wanted to fight a guy with an axe. He makes it sound like it's gonna be fun. It makes the bad things sound appealing. I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
look around and see if I can find a door going down, maybe in the kitchen. I'm gonna wander around a bit.
Don't go anywhere alone, for Christ's sakes. Take a
Yeah.
torch and somebody else anywhere.
I
Go
can
check out
go
the
with you.
maze.
I mean, we could stash Jerry here to warm up by the fire. How are you feeling? You don't look great.
I feel sick. I'm hungry. I gotta get out of this castle. I need to leave. That's that the little man, he just like he just was made it all so exciting. Like I said, he was just singing and dancing and just convinced me it'd be fun. Made me want to do it.
This man seems delirious. Sir, why don't you stay here by the fire? I have some cheese and crackers in my knapsack. Why don't you eat that?
Get
While
some water.
we look around this castle a little bit more. We'll keep you safe.
You guys aren't
And
gonna leave me alone, will you?
well, I'm just going to be nearby. I wanted just to look in the library. But we'll keep an eye on you.
Right, that's just across the hall. So we'll be nearby. We're going to light another fire. The officers will go downstairs to see if the caretaker was right about there being something down there.
Somebody get this guy some water. He's probably dehydrated if he hasn't drunk in 24 hours.
Yeah, I have a canteen, a little bit of water, so I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's very appreciative of the snacks and the drink. So how is he handcuffed? Are his hands together, or is he like handcuffed to a chair? What'd you do to him?
I think I just put his handcuffs together, put them together at first.
Yeah, well, if they're like behind his back, he can't really feed himself.
It was in front,
Okay,
like a yeah.
gotcha.
Very
Are you
hard to
doing
use
it so that he's
axe.
locked around something? Are you doing it so that he's locked around
That would
something
probably
so
be
that
best.
he can't
Yeah,
just walk away?
I think so. Yeah. I think I would probably just handcuff him to something
And
nearby the hearth.
handcuff his ankle. That way he can use his hands to eat.
That's a good idea.
You know. I'll take that axe and I'll put it out of reach.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, saying that you're looking for a way down, going out of the back of the dining hall.
Figure it'll be in the kitchen.
Yeah. So this, I mean, if it makes any sense, is like a guest dining hall. Like, this isn't connected to a kitchen immediately. Maybe this was just some
Right.
other kind of gathering place.
The servants will
But
bring the food here. Yeah.
yeah. So there's, I mean, the place just feels like a maze once you guys step out together. There's left, right, and forward, and after each of those, you can see that there's more branching halls. Like a full exploration of this place would be an ordeal, but yeah, like I'm not too sure. Like a navigate roll doesn't really feel appropriate since you're exploring for the first time, but um you're probably just trying to go deeper into the castle, right? As a
Yeah.
general sense. Yeah. Okay. So
I think Leif and I are just going to the library and going to step
yeah,
nearby the prisoner.
yeah, that's much easier.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
the detective
we'll
and the two officers are
we'll
exploring.
walk down the hall and keep opening doors, and if that's something else or a, you know, uh, I'm looking for something that looks like a kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, great. So while you guys are exploring, um, Leaf and Madison go to the library, which, yeah, like it's this is the mustiest smelling room because of the books. A lot of it is rotted beyond use, but there is some very interesting stuff in here. And after a few short minutes of looking around, there's plenty of shelves. It's a well-sized library. You find a workstation that has some books open, and this is the first place that really looks like it's been used lately. It's kind of in a back corner near an extra doorway.
And this might explain too, this might help me in terms of the legal matters of resolving the property and so on. So yeah, I'll start looking over whatever Olaf left to look
All
at.
right.
I'm just sort of glancing at the books that are on the shelves. I have a little Norwegian, so I guess I'm maybe like looking out for like Norwegian stuff, or I'm more curious than anything because I've always heard about this place while growing up. So just kind of like curiously looking at everything.
Yeah, cool. So the layout gets a little bit tricky here, where you're kind of well away from the hearth. Like this workbench is clear out of view behind some cases. But yeah, if Leaf is just kind of casually browsing, then he's at a pretty good middle spot where you're kind of in communication with both. And yeah, like there's you see some interesting stuff where it's like words that would kind of translate to like, like alchemy, witchcraft, like just archaic versions of, like practices in medicine and stuff. And um yeah, Madison, you don't have anything in Norwegian, right? You don't
Nope.
have any kind of background. So,
I've got decent library use. Do not have a lot of language stuff.
yeah, well, I think, you're intelligent enough of a person that you can make out like some of the notes that's being had here because one of the books that stands out to you right away is an English to Norwegian like dictionary that looks new. Like it's not one of these old ancient books. It looks like something that he might have picked up at the store to try to help him, or maybe like his grandpa did or something. And there's some notes scrawled out where they were trying to self-teach, and there's what looks like some more translations of different languages that aren't English near it.
Is there anything like a runic dictionary?
Yeah, so that's you can piece it together pretty easily. If that's what you have in mind, that yeah, this seems to be runic to Norwegian and Norwegian to English.
All right. So what can be found in terms of the handwritten notes? Is it one
Um
handwriting or is it more than one handwriting?
yeah, it's the notes specifically are pretty recently. Probably safe to assume that this was Mr. Olaf himself. And the notes are simple stuff where it seems like he's trying to teach himself English from scratch. Just his attempts at writing some basic sentences and stuff.
How old do I believe him to have been when he died?
He was probably in his 80s.
And he was and the castle's a couple of 100 years old, so they were here for several generations, but he didn't know he was teaching himself English?
That's just a rough guess. He anything he had prior was rudimentary, yeah.
Curious. So, is there any scrap of paper that has something like the runes we saw above the castle door?
So there's a pretty thick tome that has a lot of runes that you'd probably be able to work it out, but you would need the help of someone who speaks Norwegian to speed things up. It'd be tricky.
Yeah. Gunterson, there's some material over here seems to be what Olaf was up to before he died, and it involves the runes like the ones we've been running into. Do you want to have a look?
Yeah. Looking at his library collection, certainly into some. Guess my Mormor would call it the evil old stuff. But yeah, let's take a look at what he was working with here. Oof, looks like this guy was really spending a lot of time was he trying to learn English?
That's part of it.
Huh. Strange. Can I make out anything like what he was trying to write or what he was trying to translate? Does it look like he was trying to translate something from like a runic book?
Yeah, give me a Norwegian roll, just real quick.
Okay. I don't have a very good score on that, but no, I did not pass.
Okay. Well, it's you can see a book nearby that you're not too sure what it is. It might be like some kind of like fairy tale or novel or something. Like it looks like something for fun that he was trying to translate into English, just like as practice. So that's where like some of the simple stuff is coming from.
Seems innocent enough.
Not too much of the rune work that there's other notes where he was handwriting runes, like maybe he was practicing that as well. Like Norwegian is what he's most comfortable with, and he was branching two different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of curious about just taking this book to the front of the place and trying to figure out how to transliterate the runes that we saw when we came in. And maybe if we get them down phonetically, you can guess what was what.
That might be quite the task, especially if it's getting dark. We might need to come back tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Do that in the daylight, but yeah, could be interesting. I'd be curious to see what he inscribed on there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cut over to the officers. Now seems like a good time where you guys are, going through this place. Some pretty long hallways before you get to doors every once in a while, but yeah, you find some pantries and closets. You enter a very large room that has like what looks like a stage, like an indoor gazebo or something.
Wow.
Yeah. But just kind of barren. There's not much going on. There's lots of weapons on the walls, decoration. You get to what kind of seems like a family room, and this place just looks completely abandoned. Like the spiders have taken over. Nobody's been here for quite a long time. And you guys in that like strange altar place, there's two sets of arches that both go to the same room, and you can look through it, and that is like the grand hall. That is the main big room, and you can see the kitchen, but there's iron gates, like bars, like crossbars, up and down and side to side that just have completely blocked the place off.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, and I mean, it's pretty dark. Yeah, that's pretty much what you got here. Is you're in a chunk of the castle that's been abandoned, and it's just blocked off from this side. But you can tell you're coming, like that cave-in probably leads here. and now you've come to it from one side and the gates are closed.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's a way down somewhere else. It's a fucking big building.
Hagen, you think they may have an entrance from the outside?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, don't they usually into the basement so that you can throw coal down there or, get egress to the outside?
And
But
you
it
guys
won't
have
be like a regular house.
you've passed multiple staircases going up. I just haven't bothered mentioning because they go
Yeah.
into like some towers and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. This seems fruitless. I was just kind of curious about what he was talking about. Did we see any other interesting rooms on the way? Just
There,
rooms.
yeah, there was a room with kind of like a sunroom with a lot of like stained glass windows. Some of them were broken.
It would have had
Um,
plants, but their plants were all dead. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, like I mean, yeah, when this place was in well repair, it was magnificent, but yeah, just decrepit castle at this point.
I'll pull my resources and see if I can buy this place for $20. Maybe fix it up. Well, let's start wandering back then.
Yeah.
Check the floors though. Maybe stomp every once in a while to see if there's a trap door going downstairs.
There
Maybe
isn't
there's
too much
something.
wood that you're walking on. A lot of it's rock, but
It's rock. It's
yeah.
stone.
Yeah, and it's like there's been a lot to take in, but you haven't covered too much ground, not too much time has passed. So I think it's appropriate that like you're probably coming back towards the library around this time after they've had the appropriate time to look through their books.
I bet you there's secret passages behind these walls. Don't you think? He's going to go to the trouble of all this medieval bullshit. Then
Could be.
we can't hear you. Chance. And under the stairs, we don't see like a little cubby door going down there.
Nah, no luck.
Nothing so
It's yeah, I mean it's I'm not sure if cobblestone, well, as the keeper, I'm not sure if cobblestone
It's-
is the proper word, but yeah, like
it's
the
a-
brick and mortar kind of stuff.
It's a pavement, yeah, so that it's
Yeah.
flat. Officer Trussell, you seem to be quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
Yes, yeah.
perfect.
You were saying something.
I think I was just thinking about the finding it outdoors and agreeing that it was a bit of a waste of time.
Yeah. Let's go check on our prisoner.
Yeah. But so the three of you do sanity rolls as you're walking through though.
Okay. Fail.
Pass.
Success.
All right. So Halver is in the back of the group. Probably a mural catches your eye and you look at it. There's people playing near a lake. There's a lady with a lute and you start being able to hear the music. And it's not coming from the mural, it's down the dark hallway that you guys were exploring. And you look, and there's a little man just strumming on a lute, smiling at you in this like crazy, colorful, eccentric garb.
Gentlemen,
Huge
do you
mohawk.
see that?
You
There's-
get their attention, and when you look back, it's gone, and there's no music. And yeah, lose one sanity.
Okay, maybe the place is getting to me, but you didn't hear anything just now?
No.
Okay.
Quiet.
Well, I could hear music, and then when I looked over, I saw a little court jester, all dressed up in motley and colors like you'd see in a medieval court. But then when I called you, he wasn't there anymore.
If you're seeing him, maybe you ought to relinquish any kind of weapons you've got.
Yeah, no, I don't. Believe me, I'm not going to go shooting everybody because it sounds like fun.
And I lean to Trussell and I'm like, better watch this one.
Yeah, this is. I agree.
It just seems to me like if you just don't listen to him. But there's definitely somebody here.
They said the hedge maze.
Well, the inside of this building is pretty maze-like, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's true.
Have we made our way back yet?
Yeah, so you get back into that dining room, and Vincent's still there. He's happy to see you guys and just smiles.
I'm going to go up to him and I'm going to describe what I just saw and see if he reacts.
Yeah, he gasps and turns grim. Just you've seen him too. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to anything he says.
Well, he was playing music.
This place is bad. We got to get out of here. I can't stay in this building.
Round everybody up and take this guy back to the station. And
that's probably a good idea. Have you guys heard anything from? Well, we were together. Let's go find Leif and Madison. They were in the library.
Yeah, they're right across the hall. They're not very far. You can see the torches.
Gentlemen,
Yes.
I'd kind of like to get the hell out of here. I just saw something.
Something worse
Don't tell me you're starting to see little men.
A little man dressed up like a court jester, dancing around playing a lute. Yep, down at the end of the corridor.
What the hell is a lute?
A lute like a guitar. It looks like a fat guitar.
What was he playing?
It's kind of quiet. Lutes are kind of quiet.
He didn't tell you to take an axe to anybody, though.
Didn't say anything to me.
Was he littler than Tug? Was it Tug?
Oh, yeah, no, he was a little guy. I'd say no taller than 4 feet. Like a leprechaun. Except not green. He was kind of red and gold and blue and dressed in.
So as officials of the town, do you think you should be taking Tug into town as well as a material witness?
I don't
Maybe
know.
He might need to become a ward of the state. He clearly can't really take care of himself. He can't even take care of the farm animals out here.
didn't seem
They might need to
intact.
put him. Yeah, they might need to put him in one of those special hospitals.
No,
Stay at home for Tug might be an improvement.
contact.
If he sleeps
Judge.
inside.
Yeah, and then I think it sounds like we need to get the health authorities involved. There's some type of
Something's up here.
I don't know. Something's causing people to hallucinate and go crazy here.
Maybe it's
For that
mold.
matter, maybe Detective Hagen should walk back to town the way the man who'd been attacked did, because I don't know that we want to ride in a closed vehicle with somebody who might be infected.
I think I haven't drunk any water. I think that we might all be infected. Just takes a little while.
I haven't heard any lute music. Whatever the
I'll
hell that
admit,
is.
I heard the animals, and then I heard the horse, and the horse almost hit me. So maybe I have been hallucinating. Maybe it's not a good idea that I have this.
Yeah.
Buck,
Let's maybe clear out of here. Maybe we can come back for Tug tomorrow and see if we can get a hold of someone from, I don't know, the university down the way to come sample the water or the air or something.
Yeah. And
maybe we can work on evacuating the town. Maybe that's the next step.
Talk to the mayor and see if we can get something done for this Quasimodo.
Evacuating the town is going to really impede a lot of livelihoods. So I'm not sure
hey, I know that better than most. This is my hometown. This is where my business, my livelihood is.
I'm not so sure sending infected people to other towns is a good idea.
Right.
Do we want to just set fire to the hedge maze before we leave?
I don't want to set fire to anything. That could turn into something far worse if it catches and spreads.
This castle's pretty isolated, and Jerry over there lost his marbles when he went into the hedge maze.
Well, let's not do anything ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, so you're heading out. You're bringing Jerry with you, right? You're not just gonna leave him in there,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, while you're undoing him, you're having this conversation, getting ready to head out.
Are you really gonna make me walk back to town?
Oh, I agree. I think we're already probably infected if it is some type of infection. It could be all in our heads too.
Well, it's clearly all in people's heads. The idea of a little man that plays music and makes you attack people is
what I'm saying is
by definition in your head.
Maybe it ain't no germ. Maybe it's just a thought that people become fixated on. I've heard of stuff like that happening. Old St. Vitus stance back in the old country.
Wasn't that spoiled wheat or something?
Ergot.
I don't know, but people.
I mean, if you want to take crazy axe-wielding Jerry and the bloody axe, and the detective who just saw a tiny dancing man back in the same vehicle, I'll walk downhill into town. I don't need that. I don't need to be in the vicinity of that.
We got two cars.
Yeah.
Because
I'm gonna go ahead and interrupt you guys. So can I get a sanity roll from all of you as you're approaching the entrance? You're walking down those stairs, talking to each other, holding torches.
I fail.
Wow. Okay. It's a 0-1. So if you fail, you just take one. As you're getting close to the door, and a large figure comes up to the window and just like presses his face and hands against it. Yeah. And scares the hell out of you. But it's just friendly Tug. And he sees you guys coming and just, yeah, good. Okay. You guys got to the basement, right?
No, we couldn't get to it.
There's no basement. What?
Yeah, there is. Where'd you look? You have to go to the basement.
Tell us how to get there.
Well, Olaf lived on the other side over there. That's his bedroom. That's where the kitchen is. He used that door, but you should be able to get to it from here. Guys,
can you show us, Tug? Can you show us, Tug? Show us the basement.
I could show you Olaf's door, sure.
We're going to give you permission to come inside for once, now that Olaf is dead.
Oh, no. Tug doesn't go inside.
Show us
please.
What you can show us.
Yeah. Come with me. And he walks you guys through the snow. Vincent was also very startled. So as you guys are all coming outside, he gets a good look at Tug, and he's just like, "Oh, fuck, you're ugly. What is wrong with you?" And Tug looks super offended and just, "How could you say that? You're mean to Tug?"
He didn't mean it, Tug. He's very tired. He's very
Who is this guy? You were all friends. Who's he? I don't like that one.
He's under arrest. Okay. That's who.
He's the guy we found in the house.
Okay, come on. It's bad. Olaf did something very important in basement. Tug doesn't know, but in the basement it's bad, and it's you can tell it's been bad. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna be very, very bad. You guys have to. It has to be you guys.
Okay.
And he
Have you
ushers you
seen
around.
Tug? Have you seen the little man?
It's, what little man? Who?
It looks like a little man he's dressed up like a clown of
So,
Court Chester.
oh, oh, you're talking about Mr. Funtime. Yeah, Tug know Mr. Funtime.
Mr. Funtime.
Does he
That's
tell
kind
you
of
to
on the
have fun?
nose.
Oh yeah, Mr. Funtime's the best. He lives in me head.
Huh. You've known him for a long time?
Oh yeah, Mr. Funtime is Tug's best friend. Ever since he
Um,
fell out of the attic when I was a kid.
oh,
Does
he's
Mr.
mad.
Funtime ever tell you to do things?
I mean, sometimes for fun.
Do you
But
ever see Mr. Funtime in the hedge maze?
yeah, sometimes we play together there. It's so fun. We run around laughing. But I haven't seen him in a couple days.
You haven't seen Mr. Funtime in a few days.
Like
Since
a week. I
since
don't know. It's
since
been a
Olaf
while.
died?
Yeah. Hmm. You think it has something to do with that?
No. Let's show us what you're going to show us.
Yeah, come over here. Come over here. And you go around the side of the building, and through a nice window you can see a well-used bedroom where this is the part of the castle that has just kind of been cordoned off and where Olaf has been residing. And there's stairs up to a deck, like a nice patio, and there's a door inside from here.
All right. Let's. I'll walk up to the door. Is there an arch over it with runic writing on it?
Not on this one, no. This is just like a wooden frame on the patio. This looks like it was built recently. Like he had a carpenter come.
Yeah. In addition.
And there's a way into the basement in here.
Oh, there must be. This is where Olaf lives. He went to the basement every day.
Well,
Okay.
here we go.
Tug, if I guess is there that there's a fireplace, I assume, in this bedroom?
Yeah.
So we can park Jerry here.
Hold on one moment, sorry.
5 minutes later.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's cool.
Yeah. He's all set. So yes,
So
there is a hearth in the bedroom, and you could chain Jerry to it again. He's a little exasperated when he sees you pull the handcuffs out, and he's like, "Oh, come on, guys, can't we just all stick together?"
It's gonna be fine, Jerry. It's gonna be fine. Just hang out here. Don't worry about it.
At least I'm close to a window this time. And from standing outside, Tug is like, yeah, I could wait here and give you company. And Jerry's just like, oh, please don't. And
Well,
Tug looks dejected and wants to leave.
you have a friend in common named Mr. Funtime.
No, he's not a friend. I don't like him.
All right, in we go.
All right.
Pitch torch,
Ethan?
stairs down.
Yeah.
Find
So,
out.
you're leaving Vincent behind and you're all going together. Okay. So as you're walking off, Tug's just waving real big over his head. Good luck, everybody. It's up to you now. I believe in you. And yeah, you walk out of the bedroom. There's a nice sitting room that is more modern. It has some living plants. And you can see the other side of that large hall that you guys were looking at through the gate on the other side.
Wow. Wow, this place just goes on and on, doesn't it?
It does.
So
Kind of creepy.
my first guess was that the kitchen probably has access to the basement. I hope. So you said we could see the kitchen too, right?
Yeah.
So I'll head towards the kitchen.
All right. Yeah, so you guys walk into this grand hall, which has just a huge long table. It looks like the grand feast hall. It's impressive. The ceiling's probably 40 feet above you guys. Just a huge cavern of a room. And while you after you guys all get in there and you're moving towards the kitchen at the back wall of it, you guys hear metal clattering and more gates slam shut on all of the entrances around you, and you're trapped.
What the?
And then up at the head of the table, all the way at the front of the room, a light just turns on from somewhere up there, and a beam just comes down perfectly on the little man sitting on an elevated throne. And it's such a bizarre sight. He has this huge mohawk, a braided beard, breasts like cleavage in his dress, and he's just holding a big chalice, and he just shouts down to you guys, "Welcome everyone to Funtime Palace!" And fog fills the room. There's fireworks. A disco ball comes down. Your characters have no idea what the hell's going on. And yeah, sanity rolls from all of you.
I'm unperturbed at 46.
And this time I got an 06.
Nice.
Failure on my part.
All right. So 1 on a pass and D3 on a fail.
3.
It's an amusement park.
Welcome, everybody. Yes. I've waited a long time for you. I'm glad you got the invitation.
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Funtime. And more sparks and things sizzle around you when he says it. Just,
Mr. Funtime, are you
Yes.
responsible for all this shit
Oh,
that's going down?
yes. And so much more than you could imagine. I'm responsible for it all. But you're here for the game, right? You want to go to the basement? And another light shines on to the stairs down into the basement.
What's in the basement?
Oh, that's a special surprise. But you guys can't just go there like that. Look! He snaps his fingers, and a heavy metal door falls down at the bottom of the stairs, and then another one in the middle of the stairs, and then another one at the top. He says, "That's the game. You guys have to play my game to get to the basement."
Can you shoot him?
I could try.
I'm not sure you should try. He can open the gates.
So he's just smiling and sloshing his drink around, and he stands up and starts walking down the stairs. He's like, "All right. And every good game has its rules, I'm sure you all know. So this is no exception. I have rules for my game. Number 1, you're here for my amusement, so you all must be entertaining. You're my playthings, and you should act as such." Yeah, let me know when you shoot him, if you do. Yeah.
I want to hear the rules.
Yeah. All right. Number 2, you all have to have fun. What's the point of any of this if you're not going to enjoy it? I put a lot of work into setting this all up. And number 3, there's a time limit. It'll become obvious sooner or later. But your people, you'll most likely starve to death before then, so eat up. And he gestures to the table, and there's candles lit and freshly cooked meat and just a whole feast laid out with all the chairs.
What's the point of the game? What are we supposed to do?
Oh, I thought Tug explained all that. He met you outside, didn't he?
To get the
He didn't
beast
say
that's in
anything.
the basement?
Yeah, well, that's me.
You're the beast.
You're the bad. Yeah, the bad thing is it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably the bad thing. Wink.
Tug seemed to like you.
Oh, who wouldn't? You guys like me, don't you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, you seem like a
That's the
real,
spirit.
real fun
Oh,
time
and
guy.
it's really important. I'm glad you guys all understand the rules because failure to follow any of the rules will result in disqualification from life.
Uh, I take that to mean that we will no longer be alive if we do not follow your rules.
Hmm. You wouldn't want to end up like this guy, would you? And he gestures, and suddenly Vincent is floating in the air above him, like he's being held by the neck, and he's squirming. And then Mr. Funtime snaps, and his neck breaks, and he falls to the ground.
Oh,
Who's Vincent?
That was the man you chained up at the hearth.
oh, Jeff or
Murderer.
I
Jeffrey.
thought
Sorry.
Was his name Jeffrey?
Did I get the names messed up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vincent.
Vincent was the guy
Jerry.
you killed with the axe.
Yep.
Jerry.
I thought it was Jerry Lund.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
Vincent was
Okay.
Jerry's victim. That's
Ah.
my mistake.
Oh God.
So, Mr. Funtime, don't you belong in Tug's head? Isn't that where you're supposed to be?
Oh, I'd love to be. But obviously I'm not. So maybe the five of you could help me with that?
Was Olaf helping you stay in Tug's head?
Oh, yeah. But I mean, seriously, you guys are going to you're going to want a full stomach. Here, look, I can play the drums. And he just starts playing some bongos. He's like, I just made all that food for you guys. You need to eat up.
So did you-
Traditionally, we don't eat the food of the Fae.
That's your loss. Just, Mr. Gunderson, I made you a special seat here at the head of the table.
Thank you, Mr. Funtime. You'll understand if we're a little reluctant, as you're kind of involved with a lot of murders and general horror that's been happening in our town.
Are
Yeah?
you?
I've
Fae?
been locked up for a really long time. I should be able to enjoy myself. I want you to enjoy yourselves too. That's why you're here.
Mhm.
So Olaf kept you prisoner here.
Olaf and Olaf's dad and his dad's dad and his dad's dad's dad. And I don't know, you guys live for so short.
So you are Fae. You are.
I laid out the rules. I offered the food. The riddle's on the door. Now, come on, please play
Riddle.
along. Don't
All
make me
right.
beg.
So how do we get through the gates? Do we?
The riddle's on the door. And he
The
points
riddle's on the
again.
door.
And yeah, you go
I'll
over
go
and
in. I'll go
it's-
look at
it's-
the riddle.
it's the runes. It's the same runes that you guys saw on the front door.
Mr. Funtime, you obviously can speak English. Is there any way
Mhm.
we could get this translated into English? We do
People
not
haven't
understand.
used those runes for 1,000 years. We
You
would
guys
need
can't read that?
we'd need a university expert to try to tell us what that means.
Oh. Okay, maybe you guys are gonna have to worry about that time limit. You guys can't read that. Wow.
There's a book. Didn't you say there was a book that had some?
Yeah, back in the library.
Yeah, but it would require us to translate it into Norwegian and then translate it into English, and that's it's going to be quite time consuming. Plus, we're locked in here, so we can't get back to
We
the
can't get
library.
back to the library. Yeah. Could you tell us what it says, and we'll try to answer the riddle?
Okay. I just wanted to get things going, you know.
That would be
It's
a
a lot
lot
of
of
setup.
fun. Yeah, we'd love to answer your riddle, but
there you go. That's the spirit. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I knew you were the right man, Gunderson.
You're welcome, Mr. Funtime.
All right. So follow along. And he just points at the runes as he reads. Outside the walls, where the wind blows free, is where you'll find the secret key. The path is long, but not so far. Beware, for lurks a minotaur. All right, now, hut hut. And he disappears in a puff of smoke, and the gates raise on all the doors.
We're going to need to go out to the hedge. He's referring to the maze. There's probably a labyrinth in the center. I'm not sure Leaf actually know what that is.
But there's a monster in there, the Minotaur.
Uh-huh.
Referring to Theseus. Should we be smart and leave a trail so that we can find our way back out?
Yeah, I think that might be wise.
Okay. Well, let's get to it.
Madison, you're muted.
Maybe we should leave a trail of Tug if this thing is actually something that lives in his head, and we chop him up and leave a bit as we go.
Oh,
the human
Jesus
intestine
Christ.
is 80 meters or something.
No. Madison, you're starting to talk about chopping people up.
Well, Tug, is Tug people? Mr. Funtime is not people. Is Tug people? There are people in town who are dying right now.
Yeah, and you're talking about chopping people up. Can I have my gun back?
All right. Well, if seeing the little man is a delusion, then I think we're all delusional at this point, and I don't think we have any other options here.
Also, I don't think we need to leave a trail when there's snow on the ground, because we will be marking every step we take in the maze.
We could still get lost.
If there's other people that have been in the maze.
Right. But also, if you just always turn right, you can get out of any labyrinth.
That's true.
Just keep your hand on.
Unless there's something in the middle. If there's something in the middle that's been isolated, you'll end up going around in circles.
We've also just stopped talking to a small creature with a bosom who created a feast out of thin air. So I'm not going to go by the typical rules of logic and physics here.
It looks like real food.
Yeah, it smells great. There's a heat coming off of it.
That might take a taste. But
you're not supposed to eat fey food. You get stuck forever in their world.
You never get out of the hill if you eat what they offer you. That's what my grandmom said.
Let's find if there's something.
Yeah.
We couldn't get into the kitchen, right? Or we couldn't before.
So, yeah, you could now, but this is like the basically in between the kitchen and this grand hall is where this stairway down is, with the closed door with the riddle.
I'm gonna try and find some twine or string, and I'm gonna use that as a guide. And I'm gonna, if I'm able to secure that, I'm gonna start heading out to the hedge
I'll go
maze.
with you. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We should take pitch torches because it's not going to be light. If
Yeah.
there's any light left.
Good idea.
Yeah.
As you guys are leaving this hall, the sun is bright overhead. There's a lot of warmth. You look around and the castle is no longer decrepit. The tapestries and murals and stuff look brand new. That cave-in is no longer there. You could leave out the front door if you wished.
It's a trick.
They say that people who are freezing to death think that they're hot.
Oh.
But we're all having the same. So the castle was uphill and outside of town. We can probably see town from here, right? Which
All
means we
right.
can tell what direction the sun is in, what time of day it is.
So there's some stairs up to the windows where there's like a stair goes up and then turns 90 degrees and there's a window there. That would be like the best vantage. And you look out there and it is not the St. Lawrence River. It is open ocean.
This is the
And
Fey world version of our.
you see trees and flowers outside. It seems to be the middle of the day in summer.
Well, let's have fun and do this.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we need to
spirit.
all have a good spirit and hopefully appease this being, because clearly it has some significant power.
Woohoo!
Tra-la-la, tra-la-la.
Uh-huh.
Whistle a happy tune.
All right. And
Yeah.
in that regard, finding twine, really anything you need is very easy. You're in a well-stocked castle.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll take one of those battle axes. Life
Nice.
can have the twine.
Awesome.
I still have my gun with me. We still have all of our stuff. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm cool with my bolt action, but yeah, I'm gonna start heading out to the hedge maze.
All right. Cool. Um, so you walk out the front door is the fastest way. The runes over that door are still there. You walk past the library on the way if you're going through the path that was blocked off before, right? It's just right on the other side of where that rubble was. So the books are available to you if you want them.
Runic dictionary might come in handy.
Yeah, good idea.
His notes. Sure.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
And yeah, with the idea of leaving a breadcrumb trail, you guys all head in together, where it's totally different place. No snow on the ground. The gardens are beautiful, well maintained. The hedge is perfectly trimmed. You're
We'll
like in a fairy tale.
Tie off the end of the twine to something outside the maze.
Yeah.
And here we go. Oh,
All
we're
right.
going through the maze. We're going through the maze. It's going to
So-
be entertaining. As we
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to be fun about it.
Nice.
Go away.
Yeah, some Wizard of Oz stuff going on. You guys, so it's, yeah, you have the right idea, stick to the right wall or whatever. It's time consuming, but yeah, you're going for quite a while, leaving that twine behind you. You go far enough that the spool that you brought runs out. I mean, feasibly, you could have grabbed two and tied them together, sure, but yeah, you're going for quite a long time through this place.
If I have on a knit sweater, I will start it unraveling so that I
Okay.
can continue the string going.
Yeah, cool. And do any of you have navigate, or are you all at base?
I have track.
I actually put 20 points in a navigate, so I have 30.
Okay.
I'll do that too.
Yeah. Roll it with 2 bonus die, because you're doing this twine thing. You're all together in a group. It's really just a matter of time.
37, 47, 87,
Dang.
430.
All right. Well,
Time is going on. That magic food starts to seem really appealing.
yeah, it's probably some tasty stuff. Had some like turkey legs. But yeah, you guys are going through this place for quite a while. And yeah, how about listen rolls for who's kind of
Who's going
First
to hit
cued
the
in.
Minotaur first?
Yeah, some huffs,
That
some
I can
stomping.
pass.
That I passed with. I passed
That
a
I
hard
passed.
pass.
All right. So everyone except the cops. Yeah, there's some hoof stomping, some huffing. Sounds like it's getting close around corners.
Did the poem say anything about not shooting the Minotaur? I wish we could have written that down.
I don't think there are any rules.
Didn't say anything
Theseus
about that.
killed him.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Hmm.
So I guess I'll position myself at an angle from a path in the hedge with the axe in case the
Yeah.
shooters don't get it down in one.
So, cool. So you guys, it's good that, at least one person heard it, right? You guys have a little bit of time to prepare. You get to a nice, like, long runway from the way that you think that it's going to be coming. And you bunker down, and around the corner is a bull. Not a minotaur, just a large bull that, leaf, like, that twine in your hand gets tugged out really fast as the thing tangles itself up in it, and it just moves and just charges at you guys.
Shit.
He's got big horns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try to put a bullet between its eyes, because if it
Yeah,
goes back and tears out all of our string, then
Yeah. Everybody everybody shoot. And if you hit, tell me how much damage you do.
Okay, I hit.
I have to spend 6 points to hit.
Does a hard success do anything different on?
Not for guns, no.
Okay.
And I got 5 damage.
5.
Oh, and I got 9 damage.
14. Wow, 24. Roy, did you shoot?
I did shoot, and my shot was wide, so I missed.
All right. So this thing is storming at you guys. I mean, roaring is kind of a strange word for a bull, but yeah, just mad as it's charging. You guys all open fire, and it stumbles and rolls on the ground in front of you guys and starts breathing heavily.
Well, that's what the battle axe is for.
Nice.
If it's whenever it's slow enough, I'll try to just cleave it right there.
Yeah. So as you're walking up with the axe, Tug startles you, just coming around the corner again, just like, no, what have you done? You shot the bull? Oh no! And he goes and kneels down next to it and is like petting it.
Yeah, Tug, it was going to maul us.
Oh,
We didn't shoot it.
Doug,
Yeah.
how did you get in the maze?
Oh, I come playing here all the time. I love this place. But poor bull. Yeah, he chases you around. He has fun. Yeah, if he caught you, it would have been really bad.
Yeah.
Tug,
Well,
is there,
Mr. Funtime can make you another friend.
Tug, is there a man with horns like this bull in here?
No, just the bull.
The bull is suffering right now, Tug. If you could just move aside, I want to make it not suffer anymore.
Oh, yeah, Tug understands. Tug agrees.
Wonk.
Yeah. And the bull whimpers and goes still.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Are
Having
you
a
all
great
having
time.
fun?
Everything's very entertaining. Tug, why don't you show us the way out? That would be fun.
You want to
We
go
could play
out?
follow the leader. You could be the leader, Tug.
But what
We'll
if
follow you.
we've got to get back to Mr. Funtime's second riddle.
Oh, Mr. Funtime sent you here?
Yep.
Well, but like he probably wanted you to get to the end, right? You want to leave?
Is there an end?
Yeah, there's
Show
a
us.
treasure chest in the middle.
Oh, take us
Oh,
there.
yeah. Let's go to the treasure chest.
We skipped the secret key as well,
Ah, yes.
We want the key,
Oh.
Tug.
outside the walls.
Oh, you
Those
think
three.
that's what's in the treasure chest? Tug's never opened the chest before. Okay, yeah, follow Tug. And he leads you guys. Makes it a lot easier. And there's a round clearing in the center of the labyrinth with like a gilded treasure chest.
Let's go try the
Yeah.
treasure chest. Does it
Yeah.
open or is it locked?
It has a nice heavy lid, but it is unlocked. You flip it open, and there's a single key down in the center of it.
Okay, there's our key.
Well, that was fun, Tug. Tug,
Yeah, you think so?
you are such a fun friend and so entertaining.
Oh, stop! You flatter Tug. You too.
I bet
Even
you
Mr.
miss
Funtime likes you.
having Mr. Funtime inside your head, where he's safe from danger. So let's go back and visit him.
Okie dokie. Follow Tug, and he leads you right out. He's been in this place plenty of times. And once he gets out, he's like, well, Tug gonna go feed the animals. Now, I'll be around.
Okay. We'll see you
Thank you,
later.
Tug.
And he walks off to those stables.
Okay. That was fun.
Yeah,
We killed a bull.
fun adventure.
Let's see what the
Fun.
second riddle is.
Found a key.
Maybe
Oh,
the
right.
key unlocks the
Dictionary
second
times.
door. Ah, I bet you the key unlocks the first gate so we can get to the second gate.
So you guys walk past. You can't help but notice those runes on the front door again as you go through. And yeah, go right up to that hall. Put the key in the gate. As soon as you twist it, you don't have to do anything else. The gate just goes up into the ceiling.
Is Mr. Funtime around?
He said he'd be watching, but you haven't seen him.
Let's see what's on the second gate. More runes.
Yep.
We're gonna need that book now from the library.
If
Did we already
if
grab
work-
it?
Yeah, we got it. As we work as a team, maybe we can
Oh,
expedite it. One of
Yeah.
us on phonetics and one of us on Norwegian.
my
Yeah,
Norwegian's fair.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think Halvor, you and I are probably going to need to do the runic to Norwegian, and then you guys can take the Norwegian to English.
So that's a thorn. The thing that looks like a D is a thorn, and that's the th sound. And the
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll
So
not.
this
Wow, this is really hard. I think it would be so much more fun if we had someone to easily translate this for us.
awesome. Do you have like charm or persuade?
No, I do not.
Oh,
Oh no, I do have persuade.
nice.
Failed. Darn it. Okay.
I have
I'm-
persuade too.
I'm a lawyer. I put 50 in persuade.
I mean, yeah, Leaf's the one making the big moves here, so that's why I gave it to him. This is just shouting into this cavernous chasm.
Yeah. It'd be so much more fun not having to read. Reading is so boring.
Dictionary time is boring time, and we want to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Go ahead and roll.
I've got a 007.
Nice.
That's really
Full
good.
bond on persuade.
Yeah, there's a poof of smoke. You guys sit there for like 5 minutes looking over the things, and he's just like, yeah, All right, yeah, you sons of bitches, you got me. That's can't read. It's whatever. All right, everybody follow along. And he points at it. Congrats. Well done. Your mom would be proud. Next, lay bury underground, around the neck of an ancient lord, and guarded by an undead horde.
Gee, that sounds fun. An undead horde.
You guys are killing it. You're doing so good. It's I mean, just told you the riddle. You can't read, but you came in and out of there pretty fast. I'm impressed. Well, I've seen people be stuck in that labyrinth for years.
So
Yeah.
underground, around the neck, Lord. Is there a graveyard outside somewhere?
It's the basement or the cemetery. Maybe there are tombs in the basement.
A graveyard outside. Wink.
Sometimes kings and lords would bury their dead out around the castle.
Mr. Funtime, while we're trying to figure that out, what do the runes outside the castle say?
You just you got the book. If you really cared,
Oh,
We
don't
don't have-
bore
it's-
Mr. Funtime.
Do you think
We-
it's
we
fun
just-
to watch us read the book, Mr. Funtime?
no.
Don't you think it's more fun when we're running around? Whee!
I want you guys to find out what the time limit is. None of you have tried to leave yet. I thought you'd all run away.
Well, that
Well,
would
we're
be no
surrounded by
fun
an
at all.
ocean.
That wouldn't be fun at all to try to
On
leave.
one side, you can go out the front gate.
Nah, leaving would be boring.
Yeah, we're having
I-
such a good time playing with you, Mr. Funtime.
You're such a good host. You've given us food. You've given us fun.
You barely even touched the food. But, yeah. Okay, fine, fine. Just twist my little leg. The door says, "All who enter this cursed place be damned forever."
Well, that
Oh.
sounds like fun too.
Yeah, I mean, we clearly post it for everybody. You guys can't read. How much time has passed? Do they have schools in your culture?
Yes, but what year do you think that it is?
I don't count.
Yeah.
Well, who ruled the land? Was it a king? Do you know who the king was?
I don't know his name. Man with an axe, rode around on boats. He was a pretty cool guy.
Leif Erikson?
Well, I mean, I know the lord of this castle, but he didn't rule the land.
Who was the lord of the castle?
Oh, that's a surprise.
Ah,
You're about to go meet him.
okay.
Speaking of which, tut tut, and he poops away.
Yeah. All right, let's find this grave.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's outside someplace. Or a chapel. If there's a chapel in the building, then it could be under the floor in the chapel. But he says underground, so it's probably outside.
Yeah,
Mausoleum or something.
You guys have done it
That's-
like about a quarter circle of the whole property, so yeah, there's not too much outside left to look.
So huzzah, let's go.
Yeah.
Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.
Right. So it isn't very long, just going around the grounds. Well, okay, so going outside, are you guys staying away from the front gate? Like, since he specifically mentioned that, are you just looking for the graveyard right away?
When you say the front gate, was there a gate coming into the property?
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
you guys parked there and then came through the gate, yeah.
I don't think we'll go
Okay.
through the gate. Well,
Okay. So, going around the back of the castle, there is a field, and in that field is a very large mound. And you can see like a walkway down, like kind of a tunnel going down into the mound.
Ah, a burial chamber.
This is probably where we're supposed to be going.
Yeah. The undead horde. I'm not crazy about the undead horde part. So maybe those of you with more,
Maybe more battle axes.
maybe more shotguns in the front and battle axes in the rear.
But if you shoot a dead person, does anything happen other than a little hole? Maybe the battle axes would be best for cutting down undead monsters, undead hordes. I'll grab a big old battle axe. Oh, they're heavier
Nice.
than I thought they were.
Yeah. I mean, what, those things are like 16 pounds? It's hard to swing
Yeah.
around.
You really have to lean into it, I found with
Yeah.
the bull.
Of course, getting hit by one's going to chop you in half. Yeah.
I mean,
I'll-
Trussell and I have had some riot training, but we normally have like shields and batons,
Right.
big helmets for that kind of stuff.
well, he didn't say undead horde of what. Hopefully, they're just zombies, but not like spiders or cockroaches.
I think I'm gonna still keep my gun.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
I'll use
getting rid
my
of
I'm
my
a
gun.
little bit more comfortable with that, I think, than a battle axe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Hagen, you just have a battle axe now and a sidearm, right? You're not carrying like a rifle, so yeah.
I don't have a rifle.
Yep.
Sidearm.
No problem.
Yep.
All right.
So
And approach.
Yeah. So who's leading the way? We don't need to go full order, just yeah, who's in front? It's narrow one by one.
I'm going first. And I'm ridiculously dramatizing my moves so that I don't know. I think that's the rules. I want to get
Awesome.
out of this alive. I might even be going dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are all just stuck behind that. So yeah, you get down and yeah, it's like the doors look like they're made of stone, but they aren't very hard to open when you push. They feel light. Yeah. Dust falls. It just smells stale. But yeah, dreadful and very, very dark.
So if there's
Doing any of this-
undead horde down here, they're probably from other graves. We've got to find the important looking grave.
Do we bring one of those torches with us?
Yeah, we got to have torches with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go in and there are some like stone caskets kind of like stacked in the walls around you. And besides that, in like a weird kind of sense of like display, there's bare skeletons with their arms crossed, like leaned back against dirt, like the sloped walls. Do sanity rolls, as this whole place is just disturbing.
Do you mean just skeletons or do you mean bear skeletons?
Oh, sorry. They're human skeletons.
Okay.
Mere human skeletons.
Yes, yes.
I
I don't
was
think
gonna
much
say,
about
oh,
my
shit.
word choice.
I
Failed.
failed.
Failure.
Yeah, just one. Yeah, it's mostly unsettling. And no signs of movement. Doesn't seem like anybody's been in here for a long time.
I can feel the blood pumping in my ears. It's kind of fun.
Do I think you hit indefinite insanity when you reach when you hit
When
that
you-
number, right?
When you lose 1/5, right?
I just hit that.
Oh,
Yeah, Tom, do you know? Is it when you get to it or when you go below it?
it's when you go below it. But
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
you're right there. You can't lose any more sanity. Or,
Dang.
of course, you can also say that the effect doesn't happen instantly. It happens when you recover. You suddenly.
All right.
All right, down into it.
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
think it's wise to chop up the skeletons as we go.
No harm in that.
Sure.
And if there are any torches here in sconces, we can light them as we go, so we're not limited to what we're carrying. Because honestly, even though I'm holding the axe near the head in one hand, it's kind of really taking it out of my arm.
Yeah.
yeah, the sconces are scarce, but they are here, so you get some light. And so what's your idea with the skeletons? Since they're stone caskets that are closed, and yeah, I mean the ones that are on display, obviously, free game.
Yeah, the ones that I'm just going to, with my battle axe, I'm just going to discombobulate them. If they're leaning there, I'm going to make the bones all fall apart.
Okay, so pretty thoroughly. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not
yeah,
going to stand there chopping them up. They probably will fall apart
yeah,
when you knock them around a little.
yeah. So yeah, it's tiresome. But yeah, no problem. While you're just swinging that thing around.
But he also said there's a time limit. So I think
Yeah.
not being cautious, but not too cautious. Keep moving forward.
Yeah, great. Um, and Madison, are you also using your axe for the same cause? Just kind of smashing the ones on the walls as you go?
Yeah, I'm not going to open any stone sarcophagi, but if
Mhm.
there's if there's dead things that could become undead and I can just sort of smash them as we go,
Yeah.
I think I might just be thinking about knocking the heads off rather than trying to disarray the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, how I'm picturing it is like, yeah, Halver isn't standing there just smashing them, but you're just making sure you hit it hard enough to really knock it down.
Have it all
And
fall apart. Yeah.
yeah, and in that sense, yeah, it gets exhausting. You work up a sweat, you're breathing kind of heavy. Um, all right. So with those two smashing skeletons, who's leading the way at that point? Or are you waiting for them as a group? It's not very big. You probably have to go 30 feet once you're in here.
Oh. I
Probably
want to look at some of the graves, see if they've got dates on them and who is buried here.
All right. So I should have thought about specific dates ahead of time, but yeah, it's in the triple digits. You're noticing stuff like 700s, 900s.
Oh, wow. So this can't be the United States, at least. This is something else. We're somewhere else.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's pre-Leif Erikson. Maybe
And
the guy who
and
even
very, very Norse names.
I'm going to just offhandedly say as we go along, Mr. Funtime, you seem to have been locked up for a long, long, long time. Maybe we can bring you up to speed on what the world is like now. And you say it doesn't go in very far. You said 30 feet.
Yeah. So between Roy, Leaf, and Kirk, there's a very obvious one on the far wall.
A fancier one.
Yep. Yep. Decorated some jewels on it. Are you guys waiting for all the skeletons to be smashed, or one of you guys going first? Or as a group?
Feel like I'm gonna wait for the group
Yeah.
on this one.
All right.
Given the riddle,
It's going to
Well-
take us a few people to open up that stone sarcophagus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you smash up the skeletons, and yeah, that's what it comes down to, is opening the lid. But you guys do notice, engraved on this fancy tomb is Lord Gunder.
Lord Gunder. The original Gunder. An ancestor of yours, Leif?
Perhaps he's an ancestor of mine. Yeah. It's a popular name, though.
Yeah. But he's
Is that
not
one-
Gunder's son. He's Gunder. So
He's the original Gunder.
interesting.
Is that one of those occupational surnames, like Fletcher? What does a Gunder do?
I know, like in Norse, like Gunderson or Gottman's daughter or whatever, like it's just like named after the father.
Hmm.
But I'm not sure if the names have or attached to occupations. Okay, so skeletons are smashed up, so we're gonna try opening up the big fancy sarcophagi now. Okay.
Yep. So, and as a group, it's no big deal. You can probably have 3 people put their hands on it at the same time, all shove. And
Gunder is Norwegian for warrior.
so you shove
yeah.
the lid off, it topples to the other side, and dust billows
Let's
up.
try and keep it from smashing, but yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
okay.
There's 5
Well, yeah.
of us, so
Yeah,
Don't get
you
your
could just
fingers
like
caught.
push one end of it or something instead of like, yeah, shoving it all the way off. And inside is a skeleton with like a fancy mug in one hand and an axe in the other, and some necklaces, gaudy rings, and a key around its neck.
second key.
That's what we're
Um,
looking for.
With all due respect, Gunder, we need the key.
And I'm keeping a watch out.
Yeah. The second we take that key,
Yeah.
reach in and doink.
All right, you're just tugging it off. As you pull it out, all of the other stone lids move in unison and topple over.
Let's get the fuck out quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, more sanity rolls as you guys see skeletons come to life. Even the ones that you smashed, like their hands start kind of
They
creeping along the
roll
floor.
together and yeah.
They're not reforming, but they're all moving, yeah.
I got a 98, so
I rolled a 92.
I got an O2.
I passed.
Yeah, I was gonna say a 1 on a pass and a D6 on a fail.
ooh.
Yeah.
That's it.
And,
That's it for Kirk.
2.
6.
Dang.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
good night.
Kirk and Halver. So, yeah, Tom, do you have like the insanity chart handy? Just do
Yeah.
that.
Intelligence I also passed. So let's see, where's my chart?
Because yeah, there's bout of madness and then like underlying stuff, right? So I want you to roll for the underlying. Unless you guys have something in mind in character.
Yeah, if you didn't pass roll, or if you got more than 4, then a 1d8. I got a 7. I am now hallucinating. What am I hallucinating? I am hallucinating a significant real person.
Well, I'll trump that and say, so you are suddenly in a room alone. Like you see everybody else screaming and running out, and you're just in this dark underground place, and there's no skeletons. You're just underground in a cave.
Oh, well, this
And-
is
Yeah. For Kirk, you lag behind while everybody else is rushing. You just can't seem to move your legs. And there's a little poof as Mr. Funtime is next to you. And he says, "Hey, shoot one of your friends. I'll let you pick who."
I'm gonna take my gun out and I'm gonna start giggling, and I'm gonna I think I am gonna shoot whoever's kind of like forward and to my right. I'm just gonna shoot probably it might be just Roy in the back of his leg.
All right.
I'll make a
Yeah,
shooting
roll
roll, I
roll
suppose.
damage on it. Oh, he has no idea it's coming. And yeah, you're trained professional. You whip that thing out and blast him.
So I rolled a success. Oh my God. That's a I'm sorry, Roy, it's a 9.
Ah, I only had 12.
Right in the femur.
Yeah, do a constitution roll. Wow. Yeah, that's gnarly.
That's an artery shot.
That is a regular pass.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a gunshot. Roy goes down screaming, and Kirk is just back there laughing his ass off.
Holy shit. Come on, Roy. I'm gonna try to pick him up and carry him out.
Yeah.
They
All right.
notice I've disappeared.
So
Have
you're
you
just kind of
disappeared?
standing there confused. He has not disappeared. Like, yeah, he probably drops the axe. Just, yeah, looks completely clueless.
Yeah, and I need to disarm Kirk before he fires again. A battle axe is not the best tool for disarming unless you are very literal.
Yeah.
That's literally.
So I'm going to try to use the flat side, not the sharp side.
All right. That's probably a good call because it's very easy to get the gun out of his hand. He's just in a laughing fit.
This is hilarious,
It was-
Mr. Fun Time.
And
do it. I need this thing.
okay, yeah, Leaf, you're helping Roy get out.
Yeah.
All right. So, one of the skeletons comes out and tries to grab at you. So, would you like to dodge or fight back?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to dodge him.
All right.
Okay. 18, I think that's a pass. Please be a pass.
18 sounds
Yes.
pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah.
18 is good.
All right. Yeah,
I can
you're
spend a few
you're
points to make it a hard.
Oh no need. You on adrenaline, you just grab Roy like in the armpits and just drag him back outside, no problem. And yeah, Kirk, you kind of come to like it's I mean, yeah, you know what you just did and it's horrifying. Like it was like the most fun you've ever had in your life. You just felt compelled to just for that brief little second.
Oh my God. Take these things. I can't be trusted. This is I'm just gonna like toss my gun. I got a shotgun and just a handgun. I'm just gonna toss them onto the ground.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to take them. How much harm did I do to his hands when I swatted them with the flat of a
It wasn't
little.
too bad. Yeah, like it stung, but no lasting damage.
Right. You're better now,
Yeah,
Trussell?
probably helped him snap out of it, honestly.
I think so. For now, I feel a little excited, a little excitable.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you guys are kind of in the back of this with the skeletons coming up and looking around you.
They're moving. So yeah,
But Halver is in front of you guys looking clueless, and they're moving on him.
Hagen, get it together. I'm gonna sort of shoulder him as I move past because I feel like if I don't have to really aim with a battle axe. I can just sort of like swing it, and that'll clear a bit of a path because it does the weight itself does a lot of the work when you're talking about unintelligent dead things.
Yeah. And yeah, so Hagen is just in a cave underground, and then you get jostled pretty hard, and suddenly you're back.
What
There's
the?
people are screaming. Roy's been shot. There's skeletons everywhere, and
Oh,
I'll call for you a dodge or fight back as one just catches you by surprise off to the side.
did I drop my axe or can I pick it up?
You did drop it, but
Okay.
I mean it's right at your feet.
Then I will dodge and pick up my axe. Oh, 09. I dodged.
Oh yeah, nice.
I roll on the ground. I pick up my axe. And
Yep, and
I'm back up on my feet.
yeah, so these things are very scary, but not really coordinated or powerful.
They're slow.
So yeah, you guys are able to get on out of there.
Just keep your wits. Yeah, start swinging and get out.
All right, and you guys are back out in the daylight together.
I'll yell back at Gunder. I said I was sorry.
Nice.
Who's
And
got the key? Hagen?
I grabbed the
Hagen's
key.
got it.
And
Does
as we-
anybody can somebody tourniquet Cutlet before he
Yeah, I'm gonna rip my shirt and try to make like a tourniquet, or at least try to staunch the bleeding. Should I make like a first aid roll, or
Yeah.
And as they're doing that, I'm going to lean in close and I'm going to say, I don't know if he can hear us or not, but it suddenly occurs to me that there's probably another key, and the 3 keys were placed in places that he couldn't get to because somebody trapped him here for some reason. Do we want to let him out?
Out, right?
What if we're letting him out into the world?
I mean, he's already in town, but
yeah,
you make some sense. We don't know what service Olaf was responsible for.
He's like guardian of the keys so that it doesn't get out. But then again, that would be no fun.
I don't really want to be here forever either.
Oh, I think he'll kill us, but
I mean, the door says that all of us who entered the cursed space are damned forever.
mhm.
I'm not really
as I
willing to accept that.
as I kind of finish tourniqueting, I pass my first aid, so I'm tourniqueting up his leg. I'm gonna say, we didn't really look in Olaf's room. I wonder if he wrote down anything about
like a journal.
his time here. Yeah, there's some kind of diary. Can someone come with me to Olaf's room? I wanna investigate his room a little bit more.
Let's all go back, but we might have a bargaining chip. Let's find out what the third gate is, and
All right.
we can threaten to destroy the key so that he can never get out
Mhm.
unless he
Okay.
lets us out. Maybe that's the game. And I'll sing a little song as we skip back.
La 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 la.
I don't think Roy is
la, la,
skipping.
Yeah,
but,
Roy, how are you doing?
Yeah. Roy is kind of limping along and
severe blood loss. And
kind of giving Kirk the evil eye.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Well, are you attempting to act like you're having fun, or is the mood just completely blown for you?
We're trying.
I'm asking Roy specifically.
I'm trying. It's kind of like,
all right. Yeah, give me a power roll. Yeah.
Okay, that is a 40. It's a pass.
Nice. Yep. So just this is great. Yeah, really just baring your teeth. It's great.
Marine,
Um
count to 10.
yeah. All right. So are you going to use the key first or going to the room? Or are you splitting up?
Let's check
think
the room
we'll-
quick before. Yeah.
Okay, check the room first. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
the lunatic's time limit, since he didn't tell us what it is, we need more information, more than we need to try to appease that thing. Huh, it's fun.
All right. So Roy probably just needs to get posted up in the bed or something, right? He's probably not
Yeah.
helping too much. But yeah, you guys give me spot hidden rolls. I think that's appropriate for searching the room.
I passed.
I passed also. Regular.
Yeah, just two regulars.
Regular,
All right.
yeah.
So I'll say yeah, matter of time again. It's not in the nightstand where you'd think right away, but yeah, in like one of the dressers, there is a journal written in Norwegian.
Boy.
That
Okay.
the dates, you can tell he's kept this for quite some time throughout his life.
Okay. I think we'll start probably with like the last few days of his life, or last entries. And Hagen and I speak a little bit of Norwegian, so
Right.
we'll
Yeah, so both of you guys, I'll say you both roll with advantage because you're helping each other.
Okay.
Oh,
And yeah,
in
so
that case, I
you
got
can
17. Yeah.
and is that a regular for you or a hard?
17 out of 25. I will spend
Yeah.
5 points to make it a hard.
Okay.
I also passed regular.
All right. So yeah, it still takes you guys a little while. But yeah, if Madison and Kirk are just tending to Roy or whatever, you guys can all hang out. So this last entry was from well over a month ago, where it seems that he stopped doing his daily updates. And you're still not able to make out every word of it, but the message comes across pretty clearly where he's just saying like, I have no lineage, I have no kin, I have failed my family's duty. The bad thing in the basement will be free to terrorize the town and then the world. I have no choice. God forgive me. Just real grim.
Oh, geez. What to do? What to do? We still have the other keys. We could lock the barriers again. He won't like that.
Well, they went up into the ceiling.
Oh,
It
Yeah, I don't
seemed
know.
like some yeah, some strange
that
machinery
way.
or something.
The doors in Skyrim.
Does the
uh,
do you guys skipping the Norwegian? Is the name Tug in the journal?
Look through and see if we can find Tug.
Yeah, every once in a while, not very often.
Is there
Mhm.
anything that stands out that talks about Tug?
Yeah. Well, I'll let your rolls carry over, like the hard, where you're just getting like kind of a basic grasp of anything you spend time on. So focusing on one of the Tug entries, it's just sent Tug to get food. The buffoon brought back the wrong fruit.
Huh.
Tug did good today. He will get extra dessert. Like simple things like that, where like, yeah, Tug was working for him.
But not important to him or his family's job.
But it goes
So
back all the way, like throughout, like Olaf's entire life. Tug is old. You can
yeah.
confirm that.
So their ancestor must have pulled something out of the Fae and kept it in prison. That's what Mr. Funtime said. He wants to go back. I'm not so sure he's Fey. He might be something much, much, much worse. And
The effect that he's having at this point already is so disastrous for
we have to find a way to trick him or bargain with him for that last key.
Unless you're right, and that key will free him.
I think it will. I think that we need to do something like they do in the old stories with trapping the genie in the bottle, or I don't know,
or ripping.
And that would be so much fun to do.
Maybe if we figure out his real name, he'll rip himself in half,
like Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin. Nothing. This is a fun enterprise.
A puzzle to solve.
Should we give Roy some of the food from the magic table just because he lost a lot of blood?
What do you think, Roy? You want to?
I don't know. If you have some of that water left, Leaf, I'll take some of that.
Yeah, I think I got a little bit left in the canteen.
This place gives me the creeps. Like it.
I want to send this whole castle back where it came from, but I don't. Stone doesn't burn. I don't want to go to the cellar.
I don't think we've got much of a choice.
I think, I mean, I don't want to open up the last gate, but we got to find out where the key is. And then maybe we take the key out of the main gate.
Yeah, why not?
He's listening to us, I'm sure of it.
Yeah. All right. So there is a
our...
very loud crash outside. Just it sounds like one of the walls broke, like maybe what caused that rubble earlier, but it sounds like it comes from outside. And the whole castle shakes. Some of the decorations in the room bounce on the wall. And then you guys see it's a big 4-poster bed, like on the bar up at the top. There's a poof and he's sitting there kicking his legs. And he's like, "Ooh, things are starting to move out there. You guys are spending an awful lot of time." I mean, I love all the theorizing. I'm having a blast. This has been so much fun for me. But
oh, good. I'm glad you're having a fun time. Yeah.
They're not going to wait forever.
They're not going to wait forever?
The whole thing is falling apart. Well, let's take a look at the last puzzle.
Oh, yeah. Come along. And he jumps down and leads the way into the main hall. And big flourish right at the keyhole.
Oh.
Okay, we'll put in the second key.
All right. You turn it. It goes up into the ceiling. And the third gate is different from the other ones. And gate isn't really the right word. It's not bars. It is like a solid panel. Instead of a keyhole, it is the outline of a person. And Mr. Funtime goes down and says, yeah, none of the trickery, none of the arguing over who reads what. All right, everyone, the third riddle. The final key breaks all conventions. It's big and ugly with green complexion. Wise beyond years and eager to please, even if his head is as soft as cheese.
Yeah. That wouldn't be fun at all. Tug doesn't like to come. He won't come in the house.
Well, he wasn't allowed inside.
Yeah. We tried to convince him to come inside, but he just won't do it. So,
Tug's a little slow on the take, but he'll come around. Tell him I want to hang out.
Yeah.
If we put Tug in the hole, will you go back in Tug's head?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of that depends. I can't get down to the basement either right now.
Would you
Oh.
answer some questions for us just for the fun of it? What are you? Who are
Oh.
you?
Oh.
Uh, I don't who's what's I came to be one time and I'm ridiculously powerful and I think that's hilarious.
But before now, you couldn't leave the house, the castle.
I didn't want to. I love
You
being
know,
in the basement.
Hmm.
Olaf and I hung out so much. We spent so much time together.
What
was it
part of you
fun?
is still in the basement?
Um, I don't want to spoil the surprise, guys. Come on. It's
Did did you have
well,
sort of a mortal form, and that's what's in the basement?
yeah, you're awfully clever. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. It'll all make sense.
Hmm.
We'll be able to spend plenty of time down there. Just like Olaf did.
How are we doing on our deadline? Is it half of it passed, or only a quarter?
I think
Oh,
everything's crumbling outside. That's the
you
whole.
know, it's not exactly like a sundial or an hourglass. It's really just how vicious they feel like being.
They are friends of yours?
They will be. Maybe they'll open this gate if they come in and deal with you. But you guys have first choice.
I'm I'm going to try and grab a hold of Mr. Funtime by the
Whoa, hey, what are you doing?
just testing a theory. Can I grab a hold of him?
Yeah, grab his shoulder.
Okay. So you're not just a mental projection. I can feel you.
Yeah.
All right. Just wondering if look, for us, this is getting kind of scary. It's not as much
Oh,
fun.
scary is fun.
Well, maybe so, but
What
we
what
think that you're
happened to you
going to.
people? I mean, you used to sail out on boats and conquer each other and burn and pillage and raid. It was awesome. You,
Well,
you just
that
bunch of
wasn't.
sad sacks
The world's changed a lot.
for the worse.
Well, there's a billion people in the world now.
Billion?
They all get together. They're all, it's not the same as it used to be.
Ugh.
There's a League
Ugh.
of Nations.
Just you guys got to get me back in that basement because that is unacceptable. It won't be like that if I have to go deal with it.
So your intention is to get out of here and go spread chaos and killing and revelry throughout the world.
That's I think it'd be a better place.
Well, what happens if we shoot you? And I'm going to shoot him
Nice. So you shoot him and he
right in
just
the face.
oh in the face. Dang. All right. So not too dramatic then. Yeah, you blow his brains out and he falls on the ground.
What the hell?
Kind of like lean over and go, "It's interesting."
Maybe try putting
I
his body in the door. Are we not
I
opening
think
it?
I think he's the devil. I think that we need to get the fuck out of here.
Let's go.
Okay.
Koenig managed to trap the devil here, and I think that if there's something out there that's going to kill us, it's better that they kill us than let the devil out of the castle. We could all kill each other.
I'm tempted to believe you, Hagen.
Did the stuff that came out of Mr. Funtime look like brains?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there was just a little bit of confetti, but it was mostly blood and gore.
Maybe it's dead, and we finished what
I think
Olaf
we might have
didn't.
killed a body, but I think that it's actually in the cellar.
Mhm.
We could try to fill the castle with a lot of kerosene instead of on fire.
Well, it's made out of stone. I don't think it'll.
We can light the tapestries on fire. The roof is probably made of wood.
If we fill the cellar with kerosene, though,
We can't get to the cellar without opening the gate.
oh right, it's a wall.
I'm not gonna sacrifice Tug for this dumb thing.
I don't know that you want Tug running around loose either. He likes
Fix it.
Mr. Funtime.
He doesn't know any different.
He's not good with the animals.
Did he hurt him, or did he just forget about him?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that anything
All right.
that we're actually seeing is real.
Should we try leaving then? Leaving the premises?
Maybe. I think so.
I'd like
Right.
to see if Mr. Funtime lets us leave.
All right. So you guys head out of the castle and you walk out towards the front gate. You can see what caused that loud sound earlier. Part of the exterior wall has been toppled in, and there's a large flaming boulder just in the yard.
Like
And
shot out of a catapult and
yeah.
it's a siege.
And Tug is standing at the gate, just like really looking worried out there. And when you guys come join his side, instead of the road that you drove up on, there is a moat with a drawbridge that you could lower. And there is a siege of warriors outside as far as you can see, just camps and fires.
Well,
And I almost want to call a sanity roll for that, but I mean, you guys kind of seem like you're getting the swing of it by now. It's a 0-1 on it.
we've already done some terrible damage. We've opened up 2 of the gates.
On the one hand, we can just like take advantage of the fact that we've lost 700 years and invent things like sulfur matches and the printing press. But I don't know how we get home otherwise.
I don't know that we can.
Tug, do you recognize this place?
Oh, yeah, this is the old country. And we had an army last time. We were able to fight them off. I don't. Tug, pretty good fighter, but Tug probably can't fight them all.
Tug probably not arrow proof.
Oh no, arrows hurt. Tug been shot here. He shows you a nasty scar.
We have
Well-
to find, we have to find our way to the cellar.
Mm-hmm. And then strutting around the corner is Mr. Funtime. It's like, that's what I've been telling you guys. Come on. Do I need to say the riddle again? I feel like it was obvious.
Is
And-
our car? Are the cars still there?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Maybe they were in the gate or something.
Sure, Mr. Funtime. It would be great if you told us our riddle again. Your riddles are so much fun, and you're very good at translating into rhyme.
Yeah. I'm glad you noticed. It's bold didn't really fit, but you got the message. So Yeah, Tug is like, "Oh, hi, Mr. Funtime," and he sits cross-legged and is excited for the riddle. And Mr. Funtime says, "The final key breaks all conventions. It's big and ugly with green complexion, wise beyond years and eager to please, even if his head is as soft as cheese." And he's just really gesturing at Tug.
What if someone else goes into the slot?
Someone else won't fit. You saw that thing. I mean, maybe if you like worked out for a long time. We don't have that kind of time.
How much
I'm gonna
time
walk.
passed?
Sorry.
And what percentage
Um,
of our time is up, Mr. Fun Time?
I don't know percentages. Look, they're
Oh,
building ladders over there. They're gonna cross the moat.
so you make fun of us for not knowing your language, but you can't do a little math? That's not very fun.
That's fine. Half? I don't know. It's whenever they feel like it. They think there's an army in here. They think there's resistance. If they know that it's just five guys in a tug, they'll come slaughter you.
The other they, not the they that's the invading army, but the they that you're concerned about, who are they?
Oh, I'm not really. It's them. I just want you guys to do it for me. You're more fun. Or you could be.
Oh.
I'll tell you what I want. I want us to get out of here, but I'm going to hold the gun up to Tug's head.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's like it'll still probably work if he's dead, but just ask him. Just you want out? Yeah, sure. Just I mean, Gunderson's the one I want. He just has to hang out with me.
Me?
Gunderson?
Yeah, it's I mean, not a direct descendant, but you know, it's like
You just want me?
we got like board games and stuffed animals, and basement's awesome. Just come see it. I just This is just a big elaborate invitation, man. Come on.
Wait a minute. So you just want me, and then you'll let everyone else go, and you'll
Yeah,
stop terrorizing the village?
yeah, I had to get your attention. You were
Why
just
didn't you
like,
just say that?
because why don't I just? I mean, you were like, did you bring a bag, sir? How will you be paying for that today? Like it just you were so boring. I had to liven you up.
I don't
Well,
know what to do.
if it will save my friends, then I'm willing to give myself over for you. But please send my friends back to their time, and please stop terrorizing the village.
All right. Can do.
Just have to stick Tug in the door.
When you say that, Tug was just thinking real hard, and then he's just like, "Oh, Tug was the answer all along, but Tug not allowed inside."
Or we kill Leif.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah, I'm going to turn my gun and point it at Leif and say, I want us all out of here. Or you don't get your playmate.
But if he does only want one guy and five guys survive, four guys, five Tug, if I don't know, Tug is a guy,
Tug here.
isn't hi Tug.
And you believe him? He's the devil.
I didn't believe in the devil until this afternoon.
I don't know what the hell to do.
I vote for goodbye, Tug. Goodbye, Leaf. We're going home.
Deuces.
Roy needs to go to the hospital.
Given the
Yeah,
fact that Kirk has to go to the hospital because Roy has to go to the hospital because Kirk shot him, it's not so credible.
You know what, Mr. Funtime? You have come up with a very clever means to get your way.
Thank you.
And I, honest to God, don't think that we have any solutions. So maybe let's play it out and see what happens.
All right. Well then, without any further ado, please. And he gestures to Tug.
Tug, you're allowed to go inside.
Olaf's gone now. You can go inside. There's a door built just for you, and you solved the riddle.
So he looks at Mr. Funtime, and Mr. Funtime gives him a nod. And Tug says, wow, this big day for Tug. Okay, I'll follow you.
Big day for all of us, Tug.
Mm-hmm. And you lead him inside, and he just oohs and ahs. Just, oh, it's so much better than Tug ever imagined. Inside the castle. Tug is inside the castle. Oh. And he walks, and he comes up to Jerry and kind of ponders it and says, Tug find dead racist on floor. Does Tug eat?
No, get in the door. Get in the hole.
Yes. Okay. And he goes down the stairs and he walks up and just bodies like perfectly into the imprint. And then steps back and the gate goes up. And you guys go down to Mr. Funtime's playroom. That there's like soft, cushy chairs and a fire that's already lit and toys strewn about. And Mr. Funtime runs down and just like screams in glee and starts playing with stuff.
Okay, Mr. Funtime. Welcome home.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go back to the world now, and you're going to stay here, right?
Yeah, he's just like he has like a boat that he's just like pretending is on the ocean, and you guys look up the stairs and the place is decrepit again. But the main thing downstairs is that there is a pedestal off to one side where there is a strange deformed skull inside of a glass cylinder on top of it.
A skull inside of a cylinder?
Mm-hmm. Like in a case, a display case.
Oh.
Deformed like it looks like Tug's head without flesh?
It kind of does, yeah.
Smash or remove?
Just get the fuck out of here. I've lost all semblance of understanding. This is all surreal at this point.
Kirk, you help Roy upstairs. Leif, help Detective Hagen. I'm going to be at the bottom, and I'm going to take the battle axe to the skull and the glass cylinder.
I think Leif has to stay here, doesn't he?
Wow.
Well,
he's doing something different here. He's mixing it up.
All right. What's Leif doing?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so is Mr. Funtime distracted then, it sounds like?
He's playing with his toys. He's really excited to be back here.
Okay. So if I'm understanding Madison correctly, he's saying, get out of here and I'm going to destroy the skull. Okay. Yeah, then I'll try and run up and let Madison do his thing.
All right. So you start going to the stairs and Mr. Funtime runs after you just like, hey, wait, no, you can't go. And
okay, I'll come with you. So I'm gonna try to distract him, and Madison, you do your thing.
It doesn't take too much time. Yeah, you just big arc, you smash the glass case and the skull. Tug and Mr. Funtime both scream in agony and just poof, vanish.
Does the playroom change?
Nope. But they are gone. And that is the end of the scenario.
Okay.
Sorry that we ran over on time. A little wild. Wanted you guys to be able to talk things out.
We all survived. Thank God.
Well, if we can get Roy back before he bleeds to death.
Yeah, Roy's
Uh,
50-50 at best.
Perkins
All right, so
might as well be done.
explanation.
All right. So this was something I threw together in a pretty short amount of time. I didn't think things through too much. The original idea was a family dies after guarding some cursed artifact for a really long time, and nobody else knows how to take care of it properly, right? Tug and Mr. Funtime kind of came along afterwards to spice it up and give it a lot more flavor. And I built around that it was I had a genie in mind. Fae is a good idea too, but yeah, just some supernatural magical being that like they like conquered as like a house and enslaved. So the deal was that they removed the skull and therefore like the evil part of it and contained Mr. Funtime by playing with him in the basement, while Tug was in immortal subservient labor. They could have destroyed it at any time to get rid of them both, but they wanted Tug because he ran everything for them. And I had other endings in mind. I figured destroying it was probably the most obvious. And you guys, yeah, definitely a lot of animosity towards the end. But another thing I had in mind was if you gave Tug his skull back, then they would fuse and become like the evil, like warlock monster again. And that would have been very bad. Or, you could have just played with him, kept him in the basement. Another thing in the paperwork that Madison had that it makes sense that you guys never got around to putting the time into it, to deciphering it all. But I had a clause in it where it was like, should the castle go unoccupied, to any like glorious and honorable enough may claim the territory, and that like legally it was a sovereign state, it didn't belong to America. So any of you could have just said it's my castle and kept it if you wanted. But I mean, you still have the books. Yeah, like in post, one of your guys could probably do it because yeah, you broke the curse, the magic's gone, and it is a very valuable property.
Yeah, as a real estate lawyer, I'm probably going to figure out a way.
Yeah.
To steal
there's all these different interests like competing over it. Yeah, you just see this clause that says you can claim it.
Wow.
The free sovereign castle of Ogafjord.
Yeah. It was crazy. It got a little 1960s psychedelic surreal there.
Oh yeah, I was just full on yes and wasn't really questioning my decisions planning that.
If they can, when the disco ball shows up, we all scream in horror at it.
Yeah, what is that thing?
How is it doing that?
Yeah.
Our players included David Gasaway, Troy Wheeldryer, Julian Arba, Chance Wooten, and myself with Calen McDowell as the keeper of the arcane lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to join them, please visit our Patreon page listed in the description, or you can use Super Thanks by hitting the button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck. Good gaming.